Hi there, Sean here from the UK. Hope you're all enjoying this gorgeous weather. We've got some hot days to come, but I'm really enjoying it. Got all the windows open in the cottage, try and let a bit of breeze through. Haven't been able to walk the dog for a couple of days. Just been taking her up the lane, um, early hours, just where it's a little bit cooler. But today, what I wanted to do was just to cover a few things about Rachel Reeves's taxes on people like us. Now, this isn't financial advice, by the way. I'm just going to highlight some of the things that she's brought in. And I was just looking back. I'm in my 60s now, and a lot of people like me have done the thing that their parents did and probably grandparents did, where it was get your mortgage paid off as quickly as possible, get some money saved, invest money, and so on. But when you get to our age, this leaves it open for the governments to tax you even more, which is what they're doing. And it does seem very, very unfair. I look at this cottage that we live in now, and sometimes you look around and think it's a very expensive box to live in, which if you don't get your inheritance set up correctly later on, you could fall for inheritance tax, or your kids could fall for inheritance tax. Or if you go into a home, they're going to take the property to pay for your home, etc. So you've worked hard for it, you've saved, you've got where you've got, and then only for the governments to take all the money off you again. So it's very, very difficult to balance everything. I mean, I know there's going to be people out there saying, well, you can put this into a trust, you can do that and do that, but it's not always as simple as that, because when you do one thing, it affects something else. So I've sort of looked back and thought, well, have I done the right thing? Which I'll come on to a little bit later. But looking back now, I think I should have rented properties. I think in the UK we spend too much time on house ownership. People say renting's dead money, but the way I look at it, it's not dead money, because you've always got to have a roof over your head. And if you're paying for a property, a rental property, the maintenance done, the new boiler's done, you know, all that sort of stuff is taken care of. So let me just go through a few things, because Rachel Reeves, as you all are probably aware, has raised the tax thresholds. So we've got the dividend tax. Now, unless you're a small business owner or you're a retail investor, this isn't really going to affect you too much. But nevertheless, the taxes have gone up on hard-working people who are building businesses and small businesses. So as you can see here, the rate's gone to 10.75% from 8.75%, 35.75% from 33. Frozen allowances, your threshold is only £500. So this hits small businesses hard. You've got the national insurance hikes and so forth. Savings income tax rate hikes. So that's going up by 2 percentage points. So the basic rate for savers now is 22%. High rate is 42%. So you've got 22% for the basic rate and 42% for high rate, and then 47% on people who are exceeding their personal savings allowance. So you've also seen with the ISAs now that they're going for 22%. And the way I see that is, if you've got stocks and shares ISAs, a lot of people are putting cash. They're actually putting cash into their ISA, their wrapper, and leaving the cash in there. And what they're saying, they're trying to do is encourage people to invest that money, reinvest that money, or invest that money, and your dividend, the money that you get, your dividends from your investments if it's going into cash, they want you to reinvest that, or they're going to charge you 22%. That's the way I see that. I might be wrong. Again, this isn't financial advice. I'm just highlighting the tax burdens that are constantly increasing and only going to get worse under a Labour government. They weren't good under the Tories, and they're certainly getting worse under Labour. But then it makes you wonder, like we all wonder, what's the point of working hard? You know, you set a small business up, take loans against your property, you risk everything to give yourself and your family a better lifestyle, build the wealth up, only to find that you get into your 60s and then a chancellor comes and wants to take it all from you. It does make you think, what's the point? So We've got the cash ISAs capped here. Now the allowance from April 27 is 12,000. They've done that with stocks and shares ISAs now. So it's 22% on that money that I said in your ISA, but they're only allowing you up to £12,000. Now this is where I wanted to come on to Bitcoin, and you might take a big breath now and go roll your eyes, oh Bitcoin. But I think what a lot of people don't understand with this is that the banks and institutions for years have been saying Bitcoin's a scam, it's worthless, it's not tangible, and all this absolute nonsense. And this has put a lot of people off. But over 17 years, Bitcoin has got stronger and stronger and stronger. So let me just, before you click the video off, let me just explain to you why it was created and why Bitcoin is so good in this day and age, in the digital age. And Bitcoin was created to give money back to the people. A lot of people don't understand what real money is, real hard money is. They think it's the pound notes that you get in your wallet. That's a currency. And Bitcoin was created to take it out of the hands of the banks and the builder societies, and was able to give you and me. So if you're in America now, you said, Sean, can you send me $5,000 or £5,000 or £100,000? Or if I got £1 million to do a business deal, I could send that on a Saturday morning, Sunday morning, Christmas Day. Nobody can stop it, and I can send it directly to you instantly, and it can't be reversed. So no banks can intervene. So basically Bitcoin is a blockchain ledger. It's a big ledger, totally transparent. You can see every transaction on there. The beauty about it is that you can have all your wealth. So i.e. a property like this, we could sell the property, buy the Bitcoin, it's in cyberspace, we could invest our money, we could put savings into Bitcoin. Over 17 years, it's gone up and up and up. Yes, in the short term, it's very volatile, as you've probably seen. It's hit $126,000. It's back down to $61,000 today. It goes up and down, very volatile. A lot of people can't handle that, but medium to long term, it goes up and up and up. And there's only ever 21 million. So you can't make any more of it. It's capped. So as more money comes in, the price goes up and up and up. And the market will take care of that. Banks and builder societies are getting more involved now. So where I'm coming to with Bitcoin is the fact that if you're here with a house and rental properties where they've hit you with a renter's rights bill, don't get me wrong, some of the renters' rights bill is good, especially for tenants. However, they always seem to go too far the other way with Labour, which makes it an issue for landlords. You're always going to have rogue landlords, like rogue business guys, like rogue car dealers. You can't get away from that fact. But it affects the masses again, the majority of people who are good landlords. And then it makes it very difficult for landlords to make any money out of renting properties out. And the same with the business regulations. So rather than having money in rental properties, you've got money in Bitcoin. You say you haven't got a mortgage, you're renting somewhere, all your money's in Bitcoin, you've got a nice stash there. It's stored in cyberspace on the blockchain. You can access it anywhere in the world when you want, with your phone, with your laptop, with your PC. So you could get on a plane and go anywhere in the world that is more tax friendly to you. Now there in the UK there is a 22%, I think it's 20% capital gains at the moment. I'm not sure it's 22 or 20%, but there's a capital gains of 20% at least when you sell your Bitcoin. Whereas you could move anywhere in the world and be able to sell it in another country if you're not resident in the UK and you're not going to be paying those sort of taxes. So it gives you freedom and flexibility to move around the world. So again, let me just recap why Bitcoin's so good. It's hard money. It's been going 17 years now. Banks and builder societies, Wall Street, big corporate companies are all getting involved after years of slating it, because now they see the benefit of it and they want a slice of the cake. You can send and receive money to anyone, anywhere in the world, any time of day, just using your phone. It's stored in cyberspace. You can put it on a hard wallet, which I'll show you shortly, and you can move anywhere in the world at a moment's notice and nobody can take it from you. Unlike your properties, your rental properties, your investments, your gold and so forth. And remember Gordon Brown with the gold, selling the gold off? Do you remember Gordon Brown? Some of you may be too young to remember this. When they took the pensions off everybody. When they took the pensions, Gordon Brown raided the pensions, it caused untold problems. So that's what I just wanted to cover there. So again, this isn't a sales pitch for anything. I'm not selling anything. I'm not making any money from this. I'm just highlighting why people should really consider Bitcoin. Now, this is Coinbase, and this is where you can see the transactions. This is where you can actually buy. I don't recommend trading Bitcoin because it's so volatile. There's no point. If you hold it long term, it's going to go up in value. Short term, as you can see, it dropped down last night. It's come back up again. But this is Coinbase. There are other exchanges that you can actually buy. And then once you've bought it, you can actually send it to a trader. This is a trader. You take control of your crypto. Now, this allows you to store it on a device like this, where you just plug into your PC. You can then send and receive that. And then you can either use your phone to authorize the transaction, or you can use a tracer that's plugged into your PC or your laptop. One final thing here. This is blockchain. You can go to blockchain, and what you need to understand here as well is that if you go here, you can see the price. It's dipped and come back up. It's very, very volatile short term, but you can see every single transaction throughout the whole 17 years, every single transaction that's ever been done on the blockchain. So when people say criminals use it, it's fully transparent and fully traceable. They can trace every single transaction that's been made peer-to-peer, anywhere. It's all here. So that gets away from all this nonsense, only criminals use Bitcoin. Every transaction's here. You can also go onto these charts. There's all these charts here, and you can actually see the amount of people that are using Bitcoin, which is increasing on a daily basis. You can see the amount of transactions that are going through the blockchain on a daily basis, which is increasing week in, month out, year in, year out. It's going up, and the Bitcoin is capped at 21 million. You can never make more. So if you think about something that you can't make any more of it, the more money that comes in, the more institutional money, the more money coming from Wall Street, the more money coming from the banks, the price is going to continually go up. That's just what I wanted to cover today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's a bit longer than I wanted to do, but I just wanted to get the point across there. If you've got any questions or anything, just please leave a message below this video and I'll answer it for you. Again, this isn't financial advice, just to give you an idea, picture of what you can do and why the taxes are affecting a lot of people here in the UK. Have a great day. Speak to you soon.